Hey everyone, and welcome to What If Disney World. I'm Stevie.
And I'm Amy.
And today we're going to talk about our day at Castaway Cay during our Disney cruise.
This private island stop is typically included on cruises through the Bahamas, and for us, it is an absolute must-do in our opinion. This was the best day of our cruise, and I want to go back on another cruise simply to have another day at Castaway Cay.
So in this video, we thought it would be helpful to share some of the logistics and tips we learned during our first visit to Castaway to make your day go as smoothly as possible.
Disney has this set up to be the easiest beach day ever. I've been to the beach a lot with our kids, and it's really always a hassle to lug everything down to the beach. But with Disney providing nearly everything that you need while you're there, it feels easy and carefree to go to the beach at Castaway. The first tip I would recommend is ordering room service breakfast the night before. So on a Disney cruise, you can order room service breakfast included in the cost of your cruise by hanging a little menu outside your door the night before. Of course, you could go to the buffet to eat breakfast that morning, but we thought it was really nice to be able to sit in our room out on our balcony, overlooking Castaway Cay on the starboard side of the ship. And it was a really relaxing way to eat breakfast and get pumped up for the day ahead.
So after breakfast, we headed to deck 1 on the aft of the ship. We went down about 8:20, and they started letting us off the ship at 8:30. It was very crowded down there. The elevator area was starting to get full, but it started to move quickly once they opened the doors and started letting people off the ship.
And our next tip here is that you need everyone's Key to the World card, kids and adults also need a photo ID. They will scan it as you get off the ship and when you're getting back on the ship. We kept ours in a waterproof lanyard with our phones, and I would highly recommend this. It was really nice to know that they were nice and secure the whole day, and the waterproof pouch kept our phones protected from the sand and the water.
And once you get off the ship, you can get a towel as they're handing those out right there at the walkway. There are towel returns at the beach, but I didn't see any more towels to get there, so make sure you grab those on your way down to the beach.
They're also there right as you get off of the ship selling some cooler bags with bottled water, but we just brought our refillable water bottles with us because there are refillable drink stations by the buffets, and that included water and Powerade too. So we didn't feel like we needed the cooler bag. They're cute, but it's an extra expense. And if you just bring your refillable cup or water bottle, that will suffice for the day.
So in this area, there's some photographers that will take your picture. So we stopped for a picture with the ship in the background, which is a great souvenir. This is included in the cruise photo package if you bought that. They also came around and took pictures of us at the beach, which was really nice. So definitely get those pictures because they turned out amazing.
So after getting a towel and a picture, then it's time to head down to the beach. Now you can walk to the beach if you want to, but there is a tram that will take you, and that's really helpful, and it really goes pretty fast. It's just constantly making a loop on the island. Taking that tram, we were at the beach by 9 a.m., getting off of the ship at 8:30, and we had our pick of chairs and umbrellas. There were still plenty left. Now, there are 2 family beaches, and then there's 1 adult-only beach. And we decided to stop at the first family beach. That was the first tram stop. And we decided to do this because our kids are little, and they did not want to do the big slide. But just keep in mind that the big slide that goes into the water is at the second tram stop. So if you know your kids would want to do that, stay on the tram until the second tram stop. Like I said, we did not do this, but a good friend told me to be aware that the closed slide is super fast and the open one is a little bit slower. So just be aware if you have little ones.
So there are a lot of fun things to do while you're down here at Castaway Cay. Snorkeling is one of those things, but it's pretty far out there in the water, and kids need to be pretty good swimmers to be able to do this. But there are fish and other things for them to see kind of closer to the beach, which our kids were very happy with, and they had fun doing that.
There are other paid excursions that you could do on the island too, but we didn't really feel like that was necessary for our kids. They just had a ton of fun just playing in the water and the sand. And one thing that I really loved on Castaway is that life jackets were provided right there at the beach. So you don't have to worry about bringing floaties or something for your kids. They have life jackets that they can wear. But also the water at Castaway is super calm because they have it partitioned off with rocks. So there's no big waves coming in. And that has also blocked out some of the sea life that would be a little bit dangerous. So that made us feel really safe and secure having our kids swim there at the beach. And another tip I would have is that you can drag your chair from up where they are by the umbrellas down to the water. We asked and we were told that that was absolutely okay to do. And that was really nice because we could have our feet in the water and we could be right there watching the kids and making sure they were safe. I'll note that the sand had a lot of shells in it, but closer to the water, the sand was really, really smooth. And we brought some cheap sand toys from the dollar store with us. They sell sand toys at the gift shops, but if you can bring them and you have room in your luggage, that was a really great option. And it made our kids the most popular kids on the beach because everybody wanted to come over and play with their sand toys. So that was a really fun way for them to make friends at the beach too.
So also of note, there are other things for kids to do there. There's a kids club on the island you can check your kids into. We didn't do this as we wanted to just have a day as a family, but it could be a good option if you wanted to do an excursion or snorkeling or something like that and put your kids in the kids club. There's also a little splash pad and a dig site if the kids get bored with the beach and the water and they want to do something else. Our kids, like we said, just had a lot of fun there at the beach, playing in the sand and in the water. They didn't want to go and do any of the other things, especially since they made friends and they were playing well together.
But it's nice to have some other options to take the kids to. The other thing that I loved about Castaway going with young kids is that the bathrooms are super close to the beach and they have showers to rinse your feet off. And then also very close is cookies and cookies to barbecue buffets. They have the refillable drink stations that I mentioned earlier. Those are located right there. And they also have covered seating under a pavilion, and the buffet line moved really quickly. There is also unlimited soft serve ice cream here, which was amazing.
Very, very good.
And they also had this really nice stand with sliced fresh fruit, and this was all included in your cruise. There are some bars scattered around that have drinks for an additional fee if that's something you want, but they had a lot that was totally free and included. Cookies Barbecue opened up at 11:30 and was open until 2 p.m. And that is when the soft serve machine opened up too, just FYI. And the buffet had a lot of great options like chips, fresh fruit, salad, pasta salad, potato salad, barbecue, hot dogs, hamburgers, corn, baked beans, bread, and cookies and brownies for dessert. It was all really good food and so nice that it was so convenient and right there. And there are also gift shops on the island, which you definitely want to check out if you want some Castaway specific merch. This is not sold on the boat. It's only sold on the island. And they had some really cute things like spirit jerseys, special pins, magnets, etc. There's a shop called She Sells Seashells and Everything Else, which is closer to the boat, and then a shop called By the Seashore, which is further down at the second tram stop. Okay, so now I'm just going to throw out a few extra tips for Castaway. pack not only sunscreen, don't forget that, but also go ahead and get and pack some sea lice spray. I've heard that this is seasonal. Now, we bought it and we sprayed ourselves and we did not get bit with anything. So I don't know if there just weren't any bugs out or if our spray protected us. No one will ever know. But I have heard of people going different times of the year and coming back with bites. So just go ahead and buy it and spray it on and you don't have to worry about it. This sounds kind of obvious, but don't forget sunglasses. I know we almost forgot them though because they were in our other bag and not our beach bag. So don't forget your sunglasses. Like I mentioned earlier, you don't need to bring a towel or a life jacket. Those are provided on the island, so don't worry about that. And when you're coming to board back onto the boat, remember you have to have your photo ID and everybody's key to the world card. And at certain times, especially as it gets close to the cutoff time for boarding the ship back, the line can get really long, but know that there are two entrances. There's an entrance at the aft, and there's also an entrance at the forward of the ship. So if one line looks really long, go ahead and walk and see if you can get in the other line and get on the ship faster.
All right, well, that's our info for Castaway Cay. Hope you enjoyed this video and I hope it was helpful to you. Please like and subscribe for more Disney content. And until next time, keep dreaming.